Hey guys, it's ViLo Energy Healing. Welcome to my channel. Alright, so this is going to be a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of September. Now, these messages may not resonate with every Pisces out there, so just take what resonates with you and leave out the rest. Also, stay tuned for your bonus info that's going to be coming up right after this. Alright, Pisces, let's see what we got going on for you this month. You know, it feels like the past is coming back around this month. All right, so that means like old memories, old relationships, or maybe unfinished business popping up again. Some of it could remind you of who you are and what matters to you, but the rest is just keeping you stuck. All right, it's time to decide what's worth more to you and what just needs to be left behind. Listen, that new beginning that you wanted so badly, it just isn't happening right now, right? Your energy and motivation feel low, and that fear of failure has you second guessing everything. Yet you keep telling yourself you're waiting for the right time, right? But that's just you procrastinating. Pisces, either stop doubting yourself and get moving, or just let it go. You know, this month is about family, stability, security. You want something solid and long-lasting, right? Not some temporary bullshit. But you keep dealing with people who can't give you that. You know, if you're really serious, then you need to start building with people who actually want the same things you do. You know, you're moving forward and you're leaving all the hardship behind. Listen, I know it hasn't been easy, right? But believe it or not, better things are going to start happening for you, right? The problem is you keep holding on to all this baggage that you should have left behind a long time ago. If you really want peace in your life, you need to stop dragging the past into your future. Pisces, your independence feels off right now. Right? You've leaned too much on other people instead of trusting yourself. And listen, independence doesn't mean being perfect. All right? It means owning your shit and taking responsibility. Like, the more you avoid that, the more things feel out of whack. You know, your highs and lows have been all over the place. You want results fast. Okay, but the truth is, you need to have more patience. Listen, not everything has to be rushed. So just slow down before you burn yourself out, right? If it's meant for you, it's not going anywhere. You know, you could get a message, an invite, or even an apology, right? It might be about love or a chance to just really connect with someone. Don't overthink it or question every little detail, right? Just let yourself feel it for once. You know, your confidence takes a hit this month. All right, you start second guessing yourself. You're more afraid than you are brave right now. And all this frustration you have, it's making you want to lose your shit. But remember, blowing up doesn't make you strong, right? It makes you weak. You know, Pisces, you really need to just try to keep it together before you destroy something good. You know, someone close to you is going through a big change in their life, all right? A major chapter is closing for them right now, and it might actually create some changes for you too, right? An ending in their world forces you to see things differently, okay? So the more you fight it, the harder it's gonna get. And what's done is done, Pisces. It's time to accept it and just move on. You know, you've been avoiding a breakdown, right? But that doesn't make the problem disappear. The problems are already there, and pretending they're not won't fix it. Right? The longer you keep putting it off, the harder it's going to feel. Just face it now before it blows up even worse. You know, by the end of September, it's all on you. Okay, you already have everything you need to create the life you want, right? No more excuses. It comes down to confidence and actually doing something with it. So just stop waiting and start making shit happen. All right, Pisces, that's what I have for you today. Your reading, this is gonna be your bonus info for the month of September. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna actually start off with some timing windows, and then I'm gonna work my way from the beginning to the end of the month. Now, from September 3rd to the 6th, okay, that's when you have to like, well, that's when there's like a slow start or like blocked motivation, right? And things from the past come back. The 10th to the 13th, okay, that's when changes take place, okay, and maybe like your independence gets tested. The 16th to the 19th, all right, that's when you're gonna get a message or an apology or an invite comes in, all right? September 23rd to the 26th. Okay, that's when like a major release or something that you've been avoiding gets addressed. All right. Let's see, the 27th to the 30th. Okay, that's when you get like the clear signal to just manifest a new plan or just something that you want. Okay. Now, the zodiac signs that came through strongly in this reading. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be. Guys, don't get too fixated on the signs. You could be dealing with any sign. Let me see here. Right off the bat, I see Scorpio. All right. That has to do with like deep endings, renewals, and like ties to the past. All right. There's also Sagittarius. Okay. That has to do with balance, moderation, timing, stuff like that. There's also Leo here, okay? That has to do with like your confidence getting maybe tested, okay? Let's see. All right, so I have all the earth signs here, okay? So we have Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. That has to do with like family stability and like relying on yourself, okay? Let me see here. I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna channel some phrases that I'm hearing, okay? This could be things that you're saying, thinking, or feeling. I heard before, no more living in the past. If it doesn't build, it's a waste. An apology isn't change. And this has to end so something can begin. Also picking up symbols that you might be ignoring, okay? So just pay attention. Let's see, I'm getting like an old photograph, okay, that has to do with nostalgia, revisiting the past. I'm also seeing a bridge, okay, that has to do with like transition, leaving something for something else. I also see a key, okay, a single key. That talks about like access to an opportunity or a new path. Okay, there's also like maybe like an hourglass. Okay, that has to do with like divine timing. All right, it's telling you not to stall. Let's see. Just some extra clues. I'm picking up like a small invite or message of like, I want to say like an emotional, I don't know, it opens up like an emotional door, all right? Just handle it gently, but clearly. I'm also picking up that a long, like avoided conversation is gonna prevent maybe like a bigger, excuse me, like a bigger blow up. Okay, I'm also hearing that once you choose yourself, whether it's financially, emotionally, that's when you're gonna get like the excitement back into your life. All right, I'm gonna jump right into initials. I'm gonna pick up some initials here. Again, this could be your name, someone that you're dealing with, first name, last name, place it how you see fit, how it fits. I'm getting A, picking up C, D, with J, L, M, R, and S. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. If you're enjoying the bonus info and you want me to continue this way, just hit the like button or just leave me a quick comment to let me know. All right, thanks for watching, and until next time, sending you love and light.